My name is Nikki Pattillo. I'm an author with Ozark Mountain Publishing and a TV subject matter expert on star children. I have been psychic my whole life, but I grew up in the 70s and I was very fearful of my gifts. I felt lost and alone. I had these angelic beings and other things coming to me, giving me messages of love, of light, and of inspiration. And I had some scary experiences with that. It scared me. I just didn't know anything about it. And I tried very hard to shut my abilities down. But as I got older, these beings came back to me and said I needed to help others, and that the things that I experienced as a child would help me to help other children who also have these gifts. When I wrote my book, I started receiving so many messages from my angels of so many areas that I needed to write about. There were better psychics that came before me that got the ball rolling about indigo crystal and rainbow children. And I was able to use that information, change some of that information, because as the years go on, the energy changes and things change. I was able to add new stuff. New things that are happening on our earth at this time, because it's much different than it was 10, 20, 50, or even 100 years ago. Some of the topics I talk about in my book are specifically about these three light workers, indigo, crystal, and rainbow children. They are our cavalry, who they have been sent here from spirit. They come from all areas of the universe, and they're here on a group mission to help our earth, including all living and non-living things on it. They're here to topple corrupt systems, outdated systems that we live in, and to lay these new energy grids that are based on love and based on our heart chakras. They are ferreting out lies, and they want to help us change things. They want to make the energy better. They are about universal love and living by the law of one, that if we hurt each other or hurt our environment, that we are really only hurting ourselves and our own souls. So the first cavalry that started coming in the 1970s were the indigo children. They are our spiritual warriors. They do not react to guilt. They tend to be angry children. And I tell people they're angry because they're supposed to be angry. They are all about toppling corrupt systems of government, of healthcare, of schools, things that are not energetically working for us anymore. They are very psychic. They are often diagnosed with ADD or ADHD. They often suffer from depression. And I want to tell these children, and they're actually young adults and adults of today, that if you are one of these indigo souls here helping this earth, hang in there. I know that this is tough for you. I know that you are suffering from depression from this three-dimensional world that we live in that's very dense. But you are a soul that is brave enough and strong enough to take on these systems. And every single one of you are important, and you're here for a reason. The second wave that came through, starting about 1990, were the crystal children. Crystal children are living by the law of one. They are here to pick up where the indigos have left off. The indigos are tearing down our systems, and the crystal children want to rebuild them. They are instant manifestors. They can manifest anything they want or they need in this life. And they are connecting us through our heart chakras. They want us to know that we're here not just suffering, but we're here for a reason. We're here for our spiritual evolution. The next wave that came through are the rainbow children. Rainbow children started arriving about 2010, although some scouts came much earlier. These children are incredibly psychic. They're even better manifestors than the crystal children, and they're here to build new and better systems in which we need to work, systems that are better aligned with newer energy, better aligned living by this law where we're all connected, that we are not separate from each other. These are messages that the Rainbow Children are giving us at this time. Every single one of them are excited to be here on this earth during this time, during this energetic transition. And they are determined souls. They will continue to come in. They will continue to come as long as we need them to until we begin to change. There are a lot of things happening on our earth at this time, and we have got to become more spiritual, more rooted in our spiritual beliefs and understanding why we are here. Star children have been coming to our earth for over 100 years. They are literally in their millions, their tens of millions, and they are all over this planet. They are in Africa, they are in China, they are in South America. If you feel like you know you're here for a reason, but you're not quite sure what that reason is, you may be a star child. You may be a special light worker, someone who's here to help our earth. Indigos have several specific characteristics. They have feelings that they're supposed to be here. They may act like royalty. They may be diagnosed with ADD or ADHD. They may suffer from depression. Standing in line is very difficult for these children. So if you have some of these characteristics, as well as many others that I have on my website, you may be an indigo child. Crystal children also have some specific attributes. They have large communicative eyes. They are highly affectionate children and tend to be clingy until 3, 4, or maybe 5 years of age. They are also very connected to the outdoors, to rocks, to stones, to trees, to nature. Another specific characteristic of the crystal is they don't speak until later in life. They may be 3, 4, or even 5 years of age before they really start communicating. And it's okay, these kids don't have to. They're psychic. They're communicating psychically to their angels, to their guides, to you, whether you realize it or not. Crystal children are just now starting to arrive, so very few are here. These kids are all about service. They tend to have crystal parents. They also have not incarnated on our earth. And because of that, they often have no karma. They're not here working on their karma. They are manifestors, and the energy of these children are much different from the crystal and the rainbow children. People tend to be drawn to them. The message from the star children are messages of the heart. They want us to know that every action that we take either adds or takes away from the light of humanity. Every word that we speak either adds to or takes away from the light of humanity. And even every thought that we think either adds to or takes away from the light of humanity. Each and every one of us is important. We are threads in this master tapestry. Their messages are so important to us at this time. We need to make sure that we raise our vibrational frequency and that we live in the light in our actions, our words, and our thoughts at all times. If you would like to learn more information about star children or about a spiritual evolution, please visit www.starchildren.info.